I never thought I'd be writing this. But here I am, sitting in my empty house, trying to make sense of how my marriage fell apart in the most cliché way possible. My wife cheated on me with a fucking Uber driver. It started innocently enough. My wife, Lisa, travels a lot for work, meetings, networking events, client dinners. She doesn't drive, so she's always relied on taxis or Uber. About 6 months ago, she started mentioning the same driver picking her up frequently. "Oh, he's so nice," she'd say. "Always on time, knows the best routes." I didn't think much of it. Why would I? She's my wife. I trusted her. But then, the little things added up. She started taking longer to get home. Traffic was bad, she'd say, even when I checked Google Maps and saw no delays. She'd get texts at odd hours and quickly hide her phone. Just work stuff, she'd snap if I asked. Then came the girls' nights. Suddenly, she was going out every other weekend. Just need some time with the girls, babe. Except, her best friend, Sarah, once casually mentioned she hadn't seen Lisa in weeks. I should have known then. But denial is a hell of a drug. Then, last week, I found the receipt. A charge for a luxury hotel on a day she was supposedly at a work conference. When I confronted her, she turned into a demon. "You're controlling. You don't trust me." She cried, screamed, threw her wine glass at the wall. Classic deflection. That's when I knew. But I had no proof. Not yet. After the hotel receipt, I stopped confronting Lisa directly. She was too good at twisting things, making me feel like the villain for asking questions. So, I did what any sane man would do. I started digging. First, I checked our shared phone bill. Bingo. Hundreds of texts and calls to one number, always late at night or early in the morning. I reverse searched it. No name, but the area code matched our city. I saved it as Uber asshole in my phone. Next, I tracked her location history. Lisa had no idea I still had access to her Google account from when I helped her set up her new phone. The timeline showed her at a shady motel 20 minutes from her office, on a day she told me she was working late. But I needed proof. So, I planned my move. Last Friday, Lisa texted me, "Girls' night again. Don't wait up." I knew Sarah was out of town. So I called her bluff. "Have fun." "Which bar?" "Not sure yet," she replied. "Maybe the Oak Lounge?" I checked her location an hour later. Not at a bar. Not even close. She was at a quiet residential area, one I didn't recognize. That's when I grabbed my keys and drove. I parked a block away and walked toward the address, heart pounding. Then I saw it, a black Toyota Camry, the most generic Uber car ever, parked in the driveway of a small house. And there she was, my wife, Lisa, laughing on the porch with some guy in a damn Uber shirt. She leaned in. He kissed her. I wanted to storm over, scream, throw punches. But I didn't. I just took out my phone and recorded it. Then I sent her a text, "Having fun at girls' night?" Her face went pale. She fumbled with her phone, then typed frantically. My phone buzzed. "Yeah. So fun. Sarah says hi." I sent her the video. The look on her face was almost worth the betrayal. Almost. Lisa didn't come home that night. Instead, my phone blew up with texts. "It's not what you think. We were just talking. You're invading my privacy, you psycho." Classic Lisa, getting caught red-handed and still trying to gaslight me. I didn't respond. I just forwarded the video to my lawyer and started packing her shit into garbage bags. She finally stormed in at 3 a.m., reeking of cheap perfume and cheaper lies. "Lisa, how fucking dare you stalk me?" "Ah, yes, I'm the villain here. Me. Girls' night looked cozy. Sarah give you that hickey? Lisa, fuck you. It's your fault. You've been emotionally absent for months. Ah, the classic cheater's script. I only betrayed you because you weren't perfect. I threw her phone at her, still open to the 200+ texts with Uber asshole, real name, Mark, 34, entrepreneur aka a guy who leases his Camry through Uber. Me, here. Call your boyfriend. You're staying with him tonight. Lisa, you're kicking me out? I pay half the mortgage. Spoiler, she hasn't paid a bill in 2 years. Then, the Oscar-worthy meltdown. Screaming. Slamming doors. Throwing a vase, my grandma's. Finally, she grabbed her designer purse, charged to my Amex, and hissed, "You'll regret this." The door slammed. Silence. Then, my phone dinged. A Facebook notification. Lisa changed her relationship status to "It's complicated." I laughed so hard I cried. Lisa didn't come home that night. Instead, my phone lit up with messages. You misunderstood what you saw. We were just having coffee. You violated my privacy by following me. Typical Lisa, caught in the act, yet still twisting the truth. I didn't engage. Instead, I forwarded the video to my lawyer and began gathering her belongings into boxes. She finally arrived home at 3 a.m., her clothes wrinkled, her makeup smudged. The scent of someone else's cologne lingered around her. Lisa, how could you spy on me like that? Me, so, was this another girls' night? Or did Mark join you this time? Lisa, you've been distant for months. This wouldn't have happened if you... I cut her off. I'd heard this excuse before. I handed her phone back to her, still open to the endless stream of messages between her and Mark, 34, Uber driver, aspiring business owner. Me, call him. You're not staying here tonight. Lisa, you can't just throw me out. This is my home too. Then came the tantrum. Shouting. Accusations. A picture frame shattered against the wall. Finally, she snatched her purse, the one I'd paid for, and spat, "You'll regret treating me like this." The door slammed. Silence. Then, a notification. Lisa updated her relationship status. It's complicated. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. The morning after the blowout, I woke up to 17 missed calls. 3 from Lisa. 14 from her mother. I knew what that meant. The smear campaign had begun. Sure enough, when I finally checked my messages, it was a masterpiece of victimhood. How could you abandon my daughter at night? She left in her own car. She says you've been controlling for years. I didn't even know her phone password. That poor Uber driver was just being kind. Right. Very kind with his tongue down her throat. Then came the social media posts. Lisa's Instagram story showed her crying in what looked like a hotel room. Caption: when the person who promised to love you becomes your biggest bully. Comments poured in from her friends. Queen. You deserve better. Men are trash. I almost admired her audacity. Almost. That's when my lawyer called with bad news. She's lawyered up too. And she's going for alimony. Me. She makes 80% of what I do. Lawyer. Doesn't matter in this state. She's claiming emotional abuse. I nearly laughed. The only abuse here was what she'd done to our marriage. Then came the kicker, a notification that Lisa had changed the Netflix password. Petty. But it stung more than it should have. That night, as I sat in our half-empty living room, she'd taken the good lamp, I realized something terrifying. The woman I'd loved for 7 years wasn't just gone. She'd become someone willing to destroy me to save face. And the worst part? She might succeed. The divorce papers arrived by certified mail on a Tuesday. Lisa wasn't just asking for alimony, she wanted half my 401k, the house, and marital support that would have left me paying her rent for years. My lawyer slid the document across his desk. She's playing hardball. That Uber driver? He's got a record. Turns out Mark the entrepreneur had 2 DUIs and an assault charge. Suddenly all those late-night rides made more sense. Lawyer, we can use this. Shows poor judgment and potential danger. I hesitated. Did I want to sink that low? Then I remembered Lisa telling our friends I was emotionally abusive. Game on. I dug deeper. Found security footage from her work conferences at that motel. Pulled credit card statements showing lingerie purchases on days we hadn't been intimate in months. Even got a statement from the barista at the coffee shop near Mark's apartment. Oh yeah, they came in every Thursday morning. Super affectionate. Then came Lisa's deposition. She cried. She claimed I drove her to it. Said I was cold and neglectful. When her lawyer asked about Mark, she swore they were just friends. Then my lawyer played the porch video. The color drained from her face. Her own attorney looked like he wanted to strangle her. Outside the courthouse, Lisa finally showed real emotion, rage. Lisa, you're enjoying this, aren't you? Me? No. But I'm not letting you rewrite history either. That night, I got a text from an unknown number. We need to talk. Mark. I stared at Mark's message for 10 full minutes before responding. Talk fast. We met at a diner, the kind with sticky floors and burnt coffee. Mark looked nothing like his Uber profile photo. Dark circles under his eyes, unshaven, fingers tapping nervously. Mark, she lied to me too, man. Said you two were separated. Me, and you believed her? Mark, shoves phone across table, read for yourself. The texts were damning. Lisa telling Mark I was controlling and verbally abusive. Lisa claiming we slept in separate bedrooms. Lisa promising she'd file the papers any day now. Then, the kicker. A recent message. Lisa, my lawyer says we need to prove he's unstable. Can you say he threatened you? Mark looked sick. I'm not going to jail for perjury because your wife's a psycho. I took photos of everything. The next morning, Lisa's lawyer called mine, suddenly open to negotiation. But I wasn't done. I subpoenaed Lisa's Uber receipts. Found 37 rides with Mark in 3 months. Several day tours to his apartment before her work events. Then the final nail, security footage from our own building. Lisa bringing Mark into our home while I was at work. When my lawyer sent the evidence, Lisa's settlement demands dropped by 60%. But as I left the lawyer's office, my phone buzzed. Lisa, you win. But you were always a terrible husband. I didn't respond. For the first time in months, I smiled. The divorce hearing lasted 9 minutes. Lisa showed up in sunglasses, clutching Mark's arm, a last-ditch power play. But when the judge reviewed the evidence, even her lawyer stopped objecting. We settled. Asterisk no alimony. Asterisk she keeps her car, still under my insurance. Asterisk I keep the house, with her name off the mortgage. As we left court, Lisa hissed, "You'll die alone." Then came the twist. Mark pulled me aside in the parking lot. She's pregnant. I laughed. Not mine. We haven't slept together since. Since before the Uber rides. Yeah. Mark looked exhausted. She told me it was mine. Then yesterday, she miscarried. Right after I said I wanted a paternity test. I almost felt bad for him. Almost. That night, I sat in my quiet house, my house, and did 3 things. 1. Changed the locks. 2. Cancelled her credit cards. 3. Ordered takeout from the place she always hated. 6 months later, the gossip still circulates. Lisa tells people I forced her out. Mark's back to driving Uber, alone. And me? I'm healing. Slowly. But here's the truth no one tells you: the pain of betrayal never fully leaves. You just learn to live with the scar,